So, folks, on the back of the debate on TalkSport this morning with Jim and Simon, Onana, what should they do with him? I think they were saying, should they bring David De Gea back? It had been mooted about 2-3 weeks ago on TalkSport, on, I think it was the Andy Goldstein show. And I'm 50-50. I mean, he's not got a club yet. He served us greatly. He made the odd mistake himself. There was a time when he made a few too many, but I would suggest he's never made as many in as short a space of time as Onana had. And I would suggest he's never made as many. That's cost us as many points in games as Onana has. But no, I said it about 3 or 4 weeks ago on here now. Is Onana a top banana, or is he Fabian Barthez in disguise? Well, the way he's playing at the moment, I think it's more the latter. But I'm sure there's a goalkeeper there. Now, if you listen to my report at the end of the game last night against Galatasaray, I said I spoke to my lad at half-time and I said, I'm worried. I worry in the second half as much as anything else about this goalkeeper. And he said, why? I said, well, we know he's had some high-profile gaffes. I said, but for me, he doesn't catch enough balls. When he's punching out, they don't go far. He did one good punch against Everton over the weekend and a couple of bad ones. They get no distance. They often just balloon up in the air. I said, everything that comes at him, he parries. Even a soft shot, he gets with his gloves, drops on the floor, bounces it, and then catches it as it comes back up to him or dives on the ball. He doesn't seem capable of holding the ball, of taking the ball cleanly. He never ever seems to do it. He just never does it. He fumbles at some crosses. His shot stopping can be great. The more difficult shots, I think Scholes did it on the head last night. He makes the easy parts of goalkeeping look hard and you worry for him. The harder bits he's okay with. And as somebody mentioned, I think today, I think Simon Jordan mentioned it, but I mentioned it weeks ago. It's great that he's brilliant with the ball on the floor and playing from his feet. It's great. It's great that he can be in the halfway line like last night and directing play, putting out some great passes. But his job surely is to keep the ball out the net. And I don't think he's doing it regularly enough. I really don't. I know we've had some problems at the back. We've lost a few players. But I think they've got no confidence in the goalie rather than the other way about. It really concerns me. And never mind the De Gea debate, I would suggest, I said this 3-4 weeks ago now, drop him and bring this Turkish lad in. We've signed another goalkeeper for 4 million. No, it's not a lot. I know it's not a lot. But I believe he's a big lad. He's an international goalkeeper. I believe he's really highly thought of. All right, it's a pressure cooker. He's going from Turkey into the Premier League. That said, the crowds won't be much louder in the Premier League than they will in Turkey. We heard them last night. What you will get is obviously more media coverage, more eyes on you. Of course you will. But give him a go. Rather than bring De Gea back, that's a backward move. And how's it going to work when Ten Hag didn't want him? He didn't really want to move but was pushed out and whatever else. There's going to be friction and tensions there and it's going to divide dressing rooms and you don't need that. Give this Turkish lad a go, but give him 2, maybe 3 games. He might make the odd mistake, but he can't make as many as Onana's making. And that just might be the kick up the backside Onana needs. I heard Owen Hargreaves saying last night, well, some of these things he's doing wrong, they could be ironed out on the training paddock. A bit of one-to-one, it wouldn't take a lot. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you just paid 48 million quid for him. You paid 48 million quid for a guy that was in the Champions League final last year. You shouldn't have to take him on the training paddock and show him how to keep goal. He should know. If he doesn't know, we shouldn't have signed him. But again, Eric knows him, he's worked with him. He must know how good he is. Then again, he's supposed to know how good Anthony is. And how's he doing? Absolutely crap. Difference is with Anthony and Onana. Anthony doesn't lose his games. He might not win any, but he doesn't lose his games. Onana does, and did wholeheartedly last night. He did it completely. It was all down to him. We weren't brilliant, but we were pretty good. But we lost the game down to our goalkeeper, and it needs addressing. So for me, don't worry about De Gea. Give this Turkish lad a go. Give him 3 games. Let's see how he does. And then Onana's got to work his way back in. And he can get on the training paddock and start learning how to keep goal. Never mind this halfway and controlling the ball and spraying it around. For all it looks great, I want him to start saving the ball. And ideally, I'd love him to catch a few. And if he's going to punch them out, make sure they get distance. Because he's doing both of those acts wrong. Both of them. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, but I predicted this at half-time, and when there was 15 minutes ago, again, if you've watched my video, I actually rang Millard again and said, they look all a lot overscoring, not us. I said, I'll tell you what we've got now. I said, we've got a defence that's creaking, we've got Onana with absolutely no confidence whatsoever, they're coming at us in waves, and all that we're relying on is old Diggy, that's Martial up front. I said, you're not going to get anything of him. And the one chance he had, which was probably one of the best 2 chances of the night, you've seen what he did there. I said, I'm panicking. As it turned out, the last quarter of an hour, all the major chances were ours. We should have buried it. We didn't. But the guy that would have put an end to it for ourselves, again, as I said last night, unfortunately now plays in Spain. one of those things. What can we do about that? But no, Onana, it's a big worry. As I say, to me, he's the darker skinned Barthez at this moment in time. I would like him to become Onana, a top banana. But at the moment, certainly not. It's all rotting fruit at this moment in time. Come on, Onana. Get into it. Let's get a goalkeeper out here. 48 million. I expect a lot more for 48 million, pal. A hell of a lot more.